Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Toonkind D&D. This game is called The Mercenaries, and this is going to start with a notice that's been being sent around some particular... sending word out for a specific kind of applicant with the promise of a big payout for a completed job, details given at the interview, and you are allowed to back out at the interview phase. So it's like pretty reasonable. Not all applicants will be chosen. Chosen applicants will receive partial pay up front. And everyone who shows up gets a small amount. It seems like a clean offer, but the employer is an unknown entity. But they're also filthy rich.
I mean, that helps.
Yeah.
That helps when you're an unknown entity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So notices...
Might not know you, but we know your money.
Yeah.
Notices have been set up where disreputable folk can see jobs on offer, and a few people get personally tipped off from their informants or contacts about a job that might suit them. You are to meet at what is the name of this bar? Yeah, you were to meet at this bar at let's see, a Thursday morning. This bar is in Toontown. It is called A More Wretched Hive of Scum and Villainy.
That's really good.
That's a name.
Or for short, the Wretched Hive.
The Wretched Hive.
So, please, all of you, intro your character and describe how you, well, short description of your character would be great, actually, and how you got the info.
Oh boy, I still haven't written down his height, damn it. I'm so good at this, guys. I'm so prepared. Hi. Well, I should probably introduce myself, because we haven't done these yet, so let's go. Hello, I am noodle or pasta or udon, or whichever variation thereof y'all are feeling like today. And I have a gentleman who is doing his best to be diplomatic at the name of this place. Because, seriously, really? That's a bit over the top, but he's learning. Things tend to be very over the top here in Inkwell. This young man is about 5'9", and is dressed like you would think a mafioso would be. He is very prim and proper. He has white curling hair and glasses perched neatly upon his nose that is wrinkled in very barely hidden disgust. But he is also very desperate for what these funds can provide. As he arrives and is going to play it, it's a business opportunity. He won't look as disgusted once he's inside. He will definitely look like he's sizing the place up.
All right.
Nice. Okay, I guess it's my turn. Wait, when did I get to the top of the list?
I don't know.
Congratulations.
Your name.
Well,
starts
whatever.
with
Anyway,
B.
it's my turn. Hi. I'm Blaze. You better believe Banana's not here for this. This is not a joke. She is not here
Yes.
at all.
Can confirm.
Yeah, can confirm. This is not happening again. No. I have a different character. Yeah, she better not be, exactly. I absolutely have a different character who is only a little shorter than the 5'9" dressed to the nines. She's about 5'8", definitely well built and more dressed for this kind of thing because she knows not to come as herself or even use her name because it's like that's not what you do. That's not how this goes. And well, it's always good to take jobs where you can get them, keep connections fresh, and well, she hasn't really been to these types of areas too much lately, and it's time for a refresher, if you will. Because she heard about the jobs going down, and she's just like, well, that's right up my alley.
Nice.
And she's not going to argue with a place like this either, because it's like, come on. These guys clearly know what they're doing with a name like this.
A very specific clientele. Alright, well, I guess that makes it my turn. Hi, I'm RJ. I'm playing a new character today who actually is not in the building, but is represented by... It's a thing. It's a robot of some kind that looks vaguely like a bird. And it is perched on the back of one of the chairs.
Okay, what kind of bird, though?
That's a great question. I want to know
The
too.
kind that looks like a drone.
Aw.
Darn.
Vaguely bird.
Vaguely bird.
Sparrow, corvid, parrot, toucan.
The kind that looks like a robot drone.
The most general bird shape known to man. Got it.
Yeah.
It's got a beak question mark
Yep.
and wings question mark. There we go.
Sure has
Perfect.
one of those.
One of those, okay. So it's like the arachnophobia thing in Who's He What's It, where it just says bird.
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 A little elapsed. Well, it has something that could approximately be called a beak, but it definitely has wings.
Thumbs up.
All right, cool. All right, well, that leaves me. Hi, I'm Artist of Obsessions, also known as Abby, and today I'm playing a very certain vampire. It's Cassius, right off the gate. He will be in a disguise. He will be going by a different name, but no, it's my boy.
Incapable of being normal about anything ever.
Incapable of being normal about anything ever, of course.
Two of them thought to wear disguises and come with different names.
Yeah. Considering the company he keeps nowadays, he kind of needs to keep, like, maybe the fact that he's associating in more suspicious corners on the down low. This is best way to do it. Come as a different person. Regardless, he's still 6'9".
Yep.
He's very tall, very spindly. And is currently adorned in an outfit that gives him the appearance of a scarecrow, which I'm putting into the game zone.
Yes, there he is.
He specifically chose this disguise because this is a disguise where he can cover up every little bit of his skin in case he has to go into sunlight.
Very smart.
So yeah, dressed in a very big straw hat, which is kind of like tied underneath his chin. His hair has been dyed blonde, though still is red at the tips.
Mhm.
A little plaid kind of, what would it be called? A cape?
Capelet.
Yeah,
Capelet?
capelet.
Yeah,
I think,
capelet.
Hey, look,
A plaid capelet, some overalls that have been patched up in a few places, a white long sleeve shirt, gloves, and bits of straw poking out in places.
Mhm.
I'm trying to think about how he would have came across this information. Honestly, he knows somebody who is kind of shady. Maybe he got it from them. I don't know.
Sure.
And quite frankly, he's used to like the rich snobby lifestyle. Or at least he was at one point.
Mm.
He would like to have the funds to do that again, for at least for a few days. Why
Oh,
not?
yeah.
A few days. How is he spending this?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Cassius takes Manhattan.
Oh gosh.
All right. So, there's this door. This bar is in like the sketchier part of town. Sometimes literally, but it's a real seedy place. It's dirty. It kind of smells. Um, but there is this door, um, and that is the location. So, how do your characters enter this space?
Well, the bird will simply wait till someone opens the door and then go in behind someone.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Blaze, I have a question.
Mm.
Did these two show up together, or do they show up separately?
I don't know. We never established that. Maybe
We didn't.
we could roll a D2 to see if they do or not. 1 yes, 2 no.
Sure. I mean, cough, cough, these two totally don't know each other.
Of course not. Of course not.
Oh, that didn't like her. I can't roll.
I got it.
Thank you.
No, they do not.
Okay.
So yes, they totally don't know each other.
Nope. They show up separately, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
But-
can show up like a few minutes apart and simply not catch each other.
Yeah. The capitalist, again, still utterly he's not. He's keeping it together. This is for a job. He needs this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he is reminded how much he needs this.
Is
Even
he
though-
keeping it together?
Yeah. How are you keeping it together?
That's a good question.
He's keeping it together.
Barely, by
Together,
some
he
thread.
swears.
He is. It's professionalism. He fixes his hat, makes sure his spellcasting focus is nowhere in sight, and is definitely glad he has gloves on and is using. He has quite the fanciful cane that is decorated with an octopus at the handle. And he is probably using that more than anything to pull open the door to get inside, because he does not want to be in this location for more than he absolutely has to be. He's keeping it together, he's being professional, but this is a job meeting here. He's realizing, would have been really nice if I had someone descend in my place. Ugh.
Yeah.
Grinds his gears just a little bit.
Well, he goes inside, and there is a bend in a hallway that leads into And actually, you go down a very small set of stairs, not like a full set, into a dimly lit large room with odd music playing. There's a circular bar in the middle, and there are various patrons at different tables. You noticed that kind of tucked away when you first came in that hallway, there was somebody just kind of like chilling in an alcove, but they don't seem to be paying you any mind. So you go right on past to the main bar, and some people look and just look away. A few people look and look a little longer, and a few others just sort of like give you a once over and check their watch, and then like do a sort of nod in a particular direction. It seems that there is a table that you are being directed to.
All right. He will incline his head politely to the people who have directed him towards that table, and go over to it. Like, is it genuine question? Is it like a booth table?
Uh, hmm.
Or
No,
table?
it's like a round table with chairs, but it's in like a alcove, so it is a little bit separated from
Got it.
the rest of the place.
Got it. Well, Mr. Capitalist here will definitely make his way over there, and take a seat.
All right.
Again, just all business.
Yeah, one of the patrons leans over and goes like, "They'll be right back."
Nods.
So, then who's next to come in?
We could go in order again. I could
Sure.
go next. Yeah, Speaka's a lot more casual about this. She's used to this. She's walking with kind of an air of like, she's got nowhere important to be. She has no other appointments. Very casual, in her element, kind of strolling along. Not hurried. She knows she's got time to get there and everything. There's no point to rush. You look unprofessional that way. If the bird though is still like waiting, looking at the door, or the bird quotation marks is looking at the door, she will pause before it, look at the bird, look at the door, and then motion her head slightly to the door in silent question.
It bobs in what is assumably a nod.
Okay. She will open the door and then pause to see what the bird decides to do.
Flies in, like it knows where it's going.
Fair enough. Yeah. She just goes in as well, closes the door behind herself, and again, just, very casually walking. She's supposed to be here. She's in her element and just casually looking around. No long stares or anything. Notes people noting her and everything. She's used to it. She's just like, yep, uh-huh. Now where's the randomly in shadow corner or something or hooded figure of which that we are supposed to wait a minute, I know that asshole. And she very specifically doesn't stare at that one. But in her mind she's like going, oh, this could be funny. This could be hilarious. Oh please, this would be such a hilarious trope. This isn't the mood for it, but come on.
And the way is also free for the bird to go on in. So will they make their way into the bar?
Yeah, it follows speaker.
Mm-hmm.
If it does that, it will
Like-
be offered a shoulder to ride, since they seem to be at least going in the same direction.
Hang on. Do you do this? Odds is yes. What the
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
did I just roll? That's a 4. It does not perch.
Okay. Again, she's not fussed by this either. It's just like, yeah, that's fair. I am usually surrounded by cats. I am not surprised that this bird wants nothing to do with my shoulder. There's no cat there at the moment, but animals know these things. Animals know. She does not question this. So yeah, she goes in, goes up to the bar, see if there's any directions. Oh, shoot. Hang on. Did that fix it?
Keep talking.
Hello, testing. Has the static gone, hopefully?
I still hear some of it. Sorry, we are having some slight technical difficulties. Maybe it's like something with the actual microphone? Like, did it, when the cat bit it, did it get like
Here, hang on.
Gotta have a little bit of scuff in every game.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it be.
How's
How
that?
it
Any
be.
better?
It's about the same, but it is really minor, so you should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, if it gets any worse, I'll try hopping out and back in or restarting Discord or anything.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll look for any indication of where she might be supposed to be going at this point, while silently hoping it's, in a particular direction, because this is going to be hilarious if so, and she's going to play this completely straight as if she has no idea who that asshole is.
Mm-hmm.
She's never met him before. What are you talking about?
No, not at all.
No,
Never.
never.
She
Not
is
one.
she is getting the same gestures for the like one or two actually helpful people
Mm-hmm.
directing you to the right table.
All right. Yeah, she's definitely takes a second to make sure she's being directed to the right place. Because you don't just trust everybody in a place like this. That's dumb. But
Mhm.
once she will again casually just walk over. Probably just like very cat-like, just lazily stroll, looking around, and then just not really even so much as glance over to the other random person she's never met before. Wow, this bastard's here. And just pulls out a chair, sits down. Not really even an acknowledgement of him, really. Just like, yes, I'm here. I am sitting here. You may pay attention to me. But that's what I get for wearing chat. But I'm not deciding to pay attention to you just yet. That's not important.
Well, I have a question.
Yes.
How tall are the ceilings in this building?
Well, it's made for tunes of various sizes. So, I would say the door is probably 8 feet, but the actual bar itself on the inside is probably about 12 feet.
Cool beans. Okay. Yeah. The bird will just perch on the back of one of the currently unused chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we have
Thank you.
2 people not acknowledging each other and a bird.
Mm. I mean, he
Great
would
circle
look
right
over
there.
when someone joins.
That's fair. At the glance, that she will probably glance his way, but that's about it. Like, you can
Mhm.
acknowledge me first, but I'm not acknowledging you first, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is
It's-
there an acknowledgement?
I don't know if he'll recognize.
Ah, damn.
Great and powerful DM and fellow Blaze as well. What would I roll for that?
What's your
Roll for recognition.
disguise? Did you? Let's see. You could roll like disguise kit Blaze.
Okay.
And then that would be against your investigation, Seth.
Got
My
it.
disguise kit.
Sure.
What's that you want the kit rolled with?
Um,
Oh yeah.
probably a dex.
Dex? Okay, and that's just straight dex, not saving throw, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Plus- Plus
Yeah, yeah,
proficiency if you proficiency with disguise kits.
yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you. 3 for 5. Okay, that's what that is.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna
Okay.
try and roll. Okay, I'm gonna try and roll again. If this doesn't work, I'm just gonna grab my physical dice.
Please, 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 please.
However, it might be easier to roll. Ah, there we go.
Oh my god!
Damn it!
For
That
our
would have been
audience,
so funny.
It would have been so
investigation-
funny.
The investigation was 10. The disguise kit check was an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Damn
It would've
it!
It would have been really funny if they didn't, but this does make sense.
Hang on, do I have anything to help with that? I don't think I do. Fuck, no. Yeah,
It's
never
fine.
mind.
We can
Fine.
roll with it.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a flicker of recognition. So he does know who this is. He's not gonna say shit about it.
All right.
He is keeping that knowledge to himself. He is
Yeah.
staying
Wait,
in
yeah,
his own
hang on.
lane.
But that has a point. Would it have been deception instead of dex?
Not for a disguise kit.
Okay.
I mean, I guess that's something you could decide to do, but whatever.
Nah,
That's
it's
really
fine. I was just wondering. No. We stick with this. This is fine. Yep.
Stick with it.
Before we get too
Yep.
far with those two, I do want to have Cassius get here.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a door.
Mhm.
Oh no.
How
There's a
tall
door,
is
and he's gonna enter through it. You did mention earlier that the door is like 8 feet tall, which is good for him.
Mhm.
Has he been invited?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I mean,
There
he
is
has the
something,
flyer. Does that
Matt,
count?
or a sign?
He has the flyer. Does that count?
True.
Yeah.
Not quite, but here's what happens. You are looking for a sign or a welcome mat or anything like that, any sort of passive acknowledgement that you should come in. Even an open sign would do.
Mhm.
But there is nothing of the sort. Instead, you hear a voice inside say, "Quit haunting the doorway." Which is an invitation to come in.
Technically speaking, yes.
Cassius' voice. Good enough.
Yep.
Good enough. It's good
Mhm.
enough.
Mhm.
I think he will kind of shoot whoever said that kind of a look before
Mhm.
striding inside with a kind of practice awkward gait.
Mm-hmm. As you look at them, it's the person who's sort of chilling in the alcove in the front hallway. And they don't look... There's something odd about them. They look a little off. So, whatever they are, it might not be a normal... might not be a normal halfling, but they're awfully pale. But yeah,
Uh-huh.
they just kind of
Vampire like.
they just kind of sneer, and you shamble inside, and
Mhm.
yeah, the rest of the bar is open to you.
Mhm. I think Cassius will take kind of like a few sweep overs of the surrounding area, like kind of get like a read on the general folks in the room before eventually noticing like the subtle like, here, go ahead, this direction kind of things that have been offered to the others and following suit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yep, you get to the table, no problem. You have joined the others.
Yippee!
And unless you want to say something, because it seems like the rest of them are kind of silently chilling, uh, would Cassius say anything, or also just kind of silently chill?
Hmm. I don't know. Oh, I gotta think. I don't know. I don't think he'd say anything too. I think he's
That's
just gonna like.
that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, there are a few moments of kind of awkward quiet. Other people are talking and there's music, but um, and then in from what looks like an adjacent room comes this character, a Toon, Frankenolly, what is she? Cocker Spaniel, like business Toon. Very, very well manicured with a very nice looking suit and skirt, and she has a briefcase. Cassius, you in particular, notice that there is a splatter of a darker black on this suitcase than, not suitcase, briefcase, than the rest of it. It might be ink, you're not sure. Um,
Yeah, it fits. They're in a seedy environment. There's gonna be seedy.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if this is blood money, ink money, whatever.
Yeah, but this person basically looks like if Lady and the Tramp, like Lady from Lady and the Tramp, was like a 80s or 90s like ambitious businesswoman.
Nice.
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 She's also quite short. So she comes over. Hello, can I... Okay, you must be here for the job, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay, I need you all to come back here with me, with the other applicants. I think we have just about everybody now.
Very well.
She will lead you all into this adjacent room, which is, if possible, even darker than the bar proper. There is like a single, I don't know if it's like it probably is a single like bare light bulb on the ceiling. It's bright enough that it's like nobody's in complete darkness here, but it's a little shadowy.
Oh yeah.
Imagine not having dark vision. Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be anybody here?
Dark vision moment.
Yep. Everyone, it's dark.
She stands at the door to the bar for a second and waves 2 more people in after you. And you come in, and there are various people, reelkind, Toon, mostly Toon, lined up along this room. And lined up like against the wall. Do you find yourself a spot? She would gesture
probably.
for you too, but
Yeah, especially she gestures as well. Again, well, just very casually, like this is nothing. Your average Tuesday. She's not intimidated or fussed. Casually, just
Find
walks
somewhere
over.
to perch.
Yeah.
nice. Okay. After a moment, a man enters. This appears to be a reelkind human. Not especially tall, but just kind of average height for a human. Also wearing a very dapper suit. Actually, Cassius especially, you can tell this is high quality and really expensive and really like current, like stylish wise.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
It's
Ooh.
oh yeah, absolutely. Like his shoes have these like little golden like tassels at the end of the
Dang.
at the end of the laces. Like, you think that's probably actual gold or gold plated. He's got
The fuck?
hmm?
What the fuck?
He's got black gloves. He has a rapier at his side. It also looks highly ornate. And
Like a shark with blood in the water. Seth is paying very close attention now.
Oh yeah.
This looks like money.
Same.
He can schmooze.
Yeah, Speaker's like, okay, rich people again.
he has he has a signet ring also on his left hand. He has very, very ginger hair and a pretty stylish mustache.
Stop.
Expertly curled.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Speaker's professional. She's not making any comments.
The Cassius internal dialogues. Finally, someone who's well dressed.
Hey.
The bird question mark is simply a bird question mark.
It's a bird.
It should, however, be noted, for those of you who know the significance of such, so probably excluding Seth, unless you've picked it up recently, his suit is, in fact, pinstriped, which strikes you as a bit odd.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Yeah.
Speaker's just like, yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a little strange.
Yeah.
I love having no lore.
Actually, would he know this? What would he have to roll to know this?
I would go with history.
Yeah.
Sure.
But at disadvantage, probably, because,
Not tuned.
That's fair.
yeah, not Toon and not from here.
That's fair. He's kept to Monsoon Lagoon.
Is this a trope thing, or...?
This...
No, wait, no, incorrect. That should be 12. That's
Okay, a
disadvantage.
12.
That should be a 12.
Okay, he knows that, he has the notion that pinstripes are usually associated with, one of the really big, like, gangs, crime syndicates, you're not sure, but one of them.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. To what the people hear. Ah!
So,
Well, this is noted.
he steps in very calmly, looks at everybody, and hands his assistant, the Toon, 2 coins. Excellent, thank you. He faces the applicants and looks over you all, assessingly. I require a small team who I will pay to track down, subdue, and capture an individual for me. The target is a reelkind humanoid who is skilled at evading capture and at escaping custody. A weasel Toon pipes up from the line. Will they fight back? And he says, probably. And the weasel promptly leaves.
Fuck this shit amount. Mm-hmm. This shit amount. No thanks.
Do you need them alive? A frog Toon in a suit asks. Yes. And a goth-looking object head with a pair of scissors for a head and blades for hands, who had not appeared in frame until now, sighs dejectedly and walks off.
Hi, Edward.
There are just kind of a variety of individuals, some like that. There's this stylized Frankenolly, like, kind of imp Toon, very, very much a fiendish look. But, yeah, so as for the job parameters, I'll give the details about the individual to the actual applicants, but here is what you must do. This person must be alive. You may not kill him and revive him. I'll know if you did. You must also be discreet. The man tends to be sociable and travels with close allies. Do not alert them to the danger. Don't let him call for help. Don't leave a trail. Don't cause a scene. Don't get caught. You must also be quick. He moves a lot. The longer you hunt him, the more likely somebody will discover this plot and warn him or his allies. You must also weaken him. I will need him to be easy to handle in order to contain him properly. You may hunt him as long as he remains alive. Oh, hurt him. That was supposed to be... You may hurt him as long as he remains alive. You will be given resources for travel and accommodations while on the job. Dimensional shackles are provided. Why? I'll explain to the chosen people. As is a device through which you may communicate to me. And also, no looting the target. His worn and carried belongings are part of the bounty. You may divest him of his items, weapons, and armor, as long as they are turned over to me once he's captured. This person is a experienced adventurer, expected to be armed and able to fight. And, well, would anyone like to take the job? And there are a few of the applicants look at each other, murmur to each other, shuffle their feet.
Well, he is Now he needs this. He needs this. Seth steps forward, all polite smiles and business, and is like, well, if no one else is going to, I'm up for the challenge.
Very good. Anybody else?
Speaker will give an incline of her head and step forward as well. I'm not one to shy away from a challenge. You've made the conditions clear. I'm sure I can rise to meet them.
All right, we have 2. I am looking for a team of 4.
Cassius takes a single long stride forward. Kind of like
So he's
hands
halfway
tucked into
across
the
the room
pockets
now?
of his
I'm sorry, go ahead.
How dare you?
You said he took a long stride! He basically left!
He is about 70% lag, to be fair.
True. But yeah, no, he
The-
steps forward, basically hands in his pockets. He doesn't say much else, just kind of like he's still like observing quietly, looking at the others who have stepped forward to accept the job.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
The bird lifts off whatever it was perching on, and moves forward. But as it does, it shifts, seems to reformat itself, and a shadow peels away from the wall, materializing into a 12-foot fucking robot that the drone then sits on the chest of.
Haha,
Indeed.
Cassius isn't the tallest.
Hmm.
Cassius quietly having 4 flashbacks.
It's not that robot.
I know, but if I had a nickel for every 12-foot tall robot character Cassius encountered that belonged to RJ,
I'd have 2 nickels.
Damn, you're fighting Hex on the amount of nickels here.
Funny you should say that.
Oh god.
Oh!
Fear.
don't worry
Oh!
about it. It's fine.
A lot of us
Worry
suddenly
about it.
with context! I look at Hex in the gallery.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. Pay no attention to the gallery.
Pay no attention
Okay!
to the DM in the gallery.
It's fine, it's good, it's chill, guys.
Okay!
The
Look
Look at the game.
the employer
No, yes.
gives this robotic individual a once over. You absolutely tower over this man. Like Cassius towers over him. You, it's you're like double his height almost.
Yeah, you're on the
Oh.
second story.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Scream!
No.
That is
Oh
not
my
correct.
No, not you, come on!
His eyes, Starscream!
It's not-
No, unfortunately, I am not voiced by Steve Blum today.
Yes, for the recording, this is at least in an appearance for the visual reference. This looks like Transformers Prime Soundwave.
Yep.
That's true, yeah. It's not Starscream.
I don't know Transformers, so let's go.
That's okay. You don't need to.
It's all good.
All right.
Oh boy.
All right then. That'll do. Mick Stanton, will you please give the others their consolation fee and usher them out? And she will basically have everybody else file out. A few of them reluctantly. She has a one of those stage hooks to grab a couple of them. and just yoink them back into the bar. And they each get a single platinum coin
Oh!
as they
Ooh!
leave.
10 whole gold.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
That's the consolation. That's for showing up.
Man.
Yeah.
um. So, the employer just sort of like rolls his shoulders and seems to settle into a more relaxed position as he looks over the four of you. All right then. So well, first off, you may call me the ambassador. This is Mix Stanton. As she comes back and closes the door. It's just you guys in here now. The individual I would like you to pursue is usually called the Professor, though he may be using an alias. I have an image of him, and he will pass forward 4 prints. It's a color photograph, you think? It looks a little fuzzy. Cassius, you can actually tell that it is a printout of an illustration rather than a photograph
Mm-hmm.
of a tall man with curly brown hair, wearing a white coat and a fairly long multicolored scarf. He is in profile, and this is a bust shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he looks like. He tends to use teleportation stations, and we have spotted him at several locations. So I do have places for you to look into first. I want you to keep in mind that if he is seen entering a red phone box, he is safe there and may be able to teleport the box or contact help. Be cautious. Your
Understood.
pay will reflect your performance and level of success, or lack thereof. If you tell him you're working for me, you'll probably have a harder time, since I would expect him to double his efforts to escape. Work quickly, and you will be able to catch him without dealing with any of his allies. Do you have any questions?
God, I feel like Seth would have questions.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I can give you an idea.
yeah, I think he would ask if there's a contract or if this is all by word.
Okay, yeah. This is by contract. Mick Stanton has a magical contract, which you don't have to put your real name on. However, it is binding to the person who touches it. So, I don't have to know who you are, but all of this says if you're worried about getting cheated or whatever, I'm not that kind of employer. If you fail, you won't be paid, or you will be paid less. That's all. There is no retribution, no revenge killings or anything of the sort.
I'm certain you are a person of your word. It's simply business. I need to review it before signing it.
Absolutely. He will gesture for McStanton to pass out 4 copies of a contract um, with a kind of ephemeral pen attached to each. Uh, so it seems like when you sign it, that uh, that is sort of your mark connecting it to you, regardless of what name or writing you actually put on it. And the terms are indeed straightforward. Um, you are expected to do certain things. You are your advance payment. You get to walk away with regardless. Your a later payment will be higher or lower, um, depending on your level of success in being discreet and quiet and uh, just filling all the various um, requirements that he laid out. Um,
Matter of subtlety, this one.
oh yeah, and if you fail completely, just completely bungle the whole thing, it's basically like you are dismissed from the job. If you show up, you'll get like a small payment for doing business, but it won't be anything compared to if you actually do the job.
Successfully completing the task. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has all the sort of like non-specific, like, I don't need to like lay them all out, but like things that protect you from the employer and protects the employer from you, like sort of standard business practice contract.
Yeah.
All the legalese is in place.
It is.
Oh yeah.
Of course, you're not cool
All the
about this.
legalese.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Oh boy. Thank you so much, Seth. He's so normal about this, guys. It's
Don't
not
worry
like
about it, it's
he
fine.
has a signature spell that he can't access anymore, and this is so much like that. He's so normal about this. Yeah. He's familiar with the legalese. He reads it over. He's there. He can't stop himself from like half reaching in the air, like expecting something to manifest. You don't know. And it doesn't. And then he's like, right, the other pen. In his head, he doesn't say that out loud. He at least has that much composure, even with a nat one. And signs Cyril.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
In regards to our target, you mentioned that they were a humanoid of a sort, but do you know what particular kind? I am aware that some humanoids, when met with magics of the more persuasive variety, tend to have a higher resistance to it.
Good catch. I cannot tell you specifically what kind of humanoid they are, but they are similar to, in that manner, most similar to a elf or half elf, Eladrin, if you want to get especially picky. See, he does have a strong resistance to charms, and he can't be put to sleep by magic. He will also have dark vision.
Understood.
There is one other thing. He may have various His class is unknown currently, but there is a strong possibility that he's a spellcaster. And due to his species, he can definitely at least cast Misty Step once per day. So, if you put him in normal restraints, don't expect that to be the first time that you're going to have to grab him.
Understood.
The only time.
Okay, cool. Cool.
I also have a question. Though he may be real kind, is there anything he falls under in particular? Is he more of the hero type, anti-hero, background character?
He smiles, and you see his perfectly straight, perfectly white teeth. Oh, good question. Very good question, especially in a place like this. Yes. Oh, it changes. It vacillates sometimes, but generally speaking, I would say hero type. Maybe leaning anti-hero on occasion, but if somebody's in trouble, he is very likely to try and help them.
Noted.
You will be... if I can find my notes. If I can find the place in my notes. I know it's here.
God, ain't that the biggest DM mood?
Yeah.
Mood.
I had notes. Where did
are
they
my
go?
notes?
Yeah.
Where are my notes? I swear that I have notes for this. Where are they?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You will be paid 20 gold pieces up front for taking the job. Congratulations. And you are promised, should you sign, an additional 50 gold pieces upon job completion. Less if the job is a partial success or performs poorly.
Spica just gives a nod, very casual, professional, just like, oh, okay.
Are there any other questions before you sign? No?
None that I can think of.
I believe not.
All right. Then please sign, and I will let you know the 3 locations which the professor has been observed most recently.
Cassius nods as he takes the pen that's part of the contract and scrawls the name Barley Chenille.
Oh my god.
That's his signature.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Man.
Spica
I thought
also
long
takes
and
it.
hard about that name.
It's good.
Incredible.
Can you get a spelling of that name in the chat?
Yes, I will. Make sure
Yeah,
it's done.
Spica takes it as well, and she signs with the name Heartbreaker.
There we go.
From a little port, somewhere on its torso, a long cable with a grippy claw at the end comes out, takes the pen, and signs the contract under the name Ultrasound.
Nice.
Ooh.
All right. He's been spotted at several locations, but moves around the continent, usually near places that have teleportation circles. He doesn't tend to stray too far from a teleportation circle, so be careful about that. Recently, he's been found, let's see, what was it? First at a Vealstown auto shop and parts store called Vehicle Quadrant near 22nd and 3rd at 9 a.m. yesterday. Also yesterday, he was spotted in the Toontown residential area, particularly on Lilypad Street. And then this morning, he was observed through a scry to be at a bookshop in Goodtime Town on Chestnut Drive.
Good time town.
Good town. Yeah.
That's Candle's place.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
I'm so glad my guy has keen mind. I'm so glad he has keen mind.
Listen, it's all good.
You certainly have the resources to track down a man who gets around.
Oh, yes. But as for the capturing, that's not exactly my bag.
Rather not get your own hands dirty. I understand.
He shrugs and the fingers flex on his black gloves.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Speaking of turn, it's like he's rich. Of course he's not gonna get his hands dirty. Are you kidding me?
He takes out of his suit pocket something that doesn't look like it should have fit in there. And you look again, and yeah, no, those are reelkind clothes. But he takes something out, and it looks like a radio. You could use this communicator to contact me if you have any questions, and also, when you've actually got him. Would anyone like to take it?
If no one else reaches for it, ultrasound will.
Very good.
Yeah. Seth is making mental notes of everything out of this guy's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Noting.
You are also allowed to make use of various facilities as long as you contact me and let me know. You can stay at your choice of hotel, and if you should need accommodations like that, I do not expect this to be easy. Let's see, I have here a prepaid pass for most of the teleportation stations that should get you around. And he takes out a pair of shackles, which are, they're very kind of like chrome and like glowing blue, like with glyphs on it.
Oh yeah.
Are these
Oh, yeah.
Woodsburg shackles?
Hmm?
Are these Woodsburg shackles?
No, they are, I'm trying to grab the link.
Dimensional shackles.
Yeah. Let's see, roll zone? Yeah, that's where it goes. These are dimensional shackles, which, item description, a rare wondrous item. You can use an action to place these shackles on an incapacitated creature. Shackles adjust to fit, small to large size. They serve as mundane manacles, but also prevent a creature bound by them from using any method of extra-dimensional movement, including teleportation or travel to a different plane of existence. They don't prevent the creature from passing through an interdimensional portal. So they can't cast teleportation themselves, but if somebody else casts teleportation on them,
It can still work.
Yeah, that's different. They just can't do it themselves.
It would also mean that if he gets in a shiny red box, that would be a problem for us.
Mm-hmm.
Even with these things on.
yeah. You and
Well, I
any
mean, they have to
creature...
be incapacitated first.
Yes, do have to be incapacitated first. That is important.
Gotta knock them the peck out.
Who in the party has hold person?
Don't worry
Looks
about
at
it.
Cassius.
Don't worry about it. Don't
And
worry about it.
or any ways to fucking stun.
I have a lot. Don't worry about
We
it.
can discuss this later. If
Mhm.
nobody else is going to take the shackles, Heartbreaker will take them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And out of perhaps some sort of kinship, he automatically passes the teleportation kind of all day pass to Seth.
Congratulations, you've got the all-day pass. The kids
Yep,
didn't
that
get.
is.
We have the fast pass.
Yep.
We have the fast pass. The fast pass is taken and tucked carefully into an inner pocket of his suit coat.
I expect these items to be returned at job completion, but you may make use of them however you may need to for the duration of the job.
Noted.
Is there anything
Silent
else?
But just silent nod.
Nice. Is there anything else you need from me?
I'm rattling the octopus. Dude, give me words, please. I don't think. No, he doesn't ask for anything else.
Okay. Sorry, I am rearranging something.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he's giving me words, but they are not words that he is saying out loud. Oh boy. Oh, buddy.
Has anyone in the party actually noticed that the giant fucking robot has not said a word yet?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just made note of it.
yeah. It's been noticed. It's not being commented upon though. It's just like.
Mhm.
Besides, this probably isn't the weirdest thing she's seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, well, this is what's happening now. All right.
Mm-hmm. This is noted, and it's like, okay, sometimes we don't speak in front of employers when we're making deals, understood. And attention is being paid out of his peripheral towards the big robot. This big robot.
Yep.
Sure is a big robot.
Mm-hmm.
Main thought is probably just, how are we gonna get him out the door? It's not that big.
Considering this guy just
They-
peeled himself out of the
We
shadows.
saw him turn
Yeah.
into a bird,
Yeah.
or the bird turn into him.
The
Certainly
true.
that can go
God
in
in here.
reverse.
Oh no, yeah, that's true. She's just enjoying the funny thought of like, haha, what if he tried to get through the door like that? New door. You know, like the bit where they go through and it's just the shape of them in the wall now. It's just like, that would be funny. Make that rich guy pay for a new wall.
Easily done, but not necessary.
True. That's why she's not saying anything. Now's not the
Alas and
time.
alack.
Alas.
Ivan just gestures at the door, past Mick Stanton, and says, "All right then, go on. Contact me if you need anything." And you are free to get started. Seth, as you walk past Mick Stanton, you notice that she smells terrible. Like really bad, like absurdly bad. Like like old meat. It's pretty gross.
I'm sorry, my feathers smell like wet beef or old tuna salad.
So, yeah.
Really bad.
So I'm making note of these right now because he has what's the name of the feat? Help me out.
Keen mind?
Observant.
Keen mind. Oh, observant. Yes.
He has both keen mind and observant.
Yep. That's why I gave you this detail.
Yeah. So, oh boy.
Yay.
So yeah, this is 21 passive perception. He is definitely making note of that. But I need to
Smell
roll
bad.
anything to try and make connections as to just why this is, because he has several thoughts that immediately come to mind.
Could Cassius make a similar roll, or does he not like beat this necessary DC?
Tell me what your passive is, because I had calculated it before
Yeah.
with when your
I
sheet
did-
didn't have the feat.
Yeah. I did the math, and his passive investigation before the observant feat is 18. With the observant feat, it's like 23.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say, I remember Cassius having a bullshit one. It was great.
Very good.
Currently with Raywing on his person / in his person, ultrasound's passive is 20.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Damn.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, Speaker's just got a 16 passive perception, so probably I don't know if she probably doesn't beat it.
No.
Or well, that would be the
Yeah.
investigation technically. The passive perception for Cassius would be 15, technically speaking.
Ah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cassius is good at like identifying the small details, but the bigger picture is kind of lost on him.
Yeah.
Fair and understandable. Have a nice.
So wait, your passive investigation is...
Yes. Sorry, I misheard you. That's my bad. Passive investigation is 23. Passive perception is 15.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't do math. It's 19 when Raywing is on him.
Got it. Okay. In that case, yeah, still only... No. Oh, wait, shoot. Can you smell?
Is that me?
Yeah. Can ultrasound smell?
Good question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Technically, he does have olfactory sensors.
All right. In that case, yeah, no, you are picking up, just kind of the usual sort of bouquet of scents that you would find from rotting meat. It's gross.
Yeah. Yeah. My question comes back into play. What would we roll to like try and further pin down? Because immediately in Seth's mind are several things. One, either Stanton theirself is undead, or there is something in that briefcase that is rotten. Or he's aware of necromancy spells. He's unfortunately aware of them. And is like, okay, there's several ways that
want a Arcana roll.
An Arcana, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yay.
That's not bad.
Heh.
Ooh.
Give the wizard Arcana. Let's go, baby.
Not as good as
Hell
that.
yeah!
That's a 22.
Okay.
Nice.
I think in that case, both of you get it. Because there's a combination of factors. You remember the contracts, and how they were, there was a physical piece of paper, but they were clearly magical, and the ambassador indicated that they were produced by McStanton specifically, and not himself. And then there's the smell, and then there's, as you look them over, there's just some little details that aren't quite right about their form. Like, they're attuned, but there are places where the outline goes somewhere it's not supposed to. Very briefly. It could be chalked up to some sort of toon ailment, maybe. But more likely, it's a shapeshifter. So, with the and also the contract is really detailed and like well made. So you actually both have the inkling that this McStanton might be some kind of devil in actuality.
Ooh.
Because they're all about deals and stuff, and some of them can shapeshift,
Ooh.
and it would explain the funk.
Yeah.
Got that monster musk.
Yeah.
Monster Musk.
Seth kind of chuckles to
Boom, the
himself
monster
with that.
musk.
Yeah. In the company of devils and fiends, of course.
And the capitalist fits right in.
He is a deal maker. All of this is like, oh yeah, that's from a... Yeah.
But yeah, you guys make your way out of the bar, and you are in kind of the dirty neighborhood in Toontown. Where would you like to go, given the information you have?
As they walk out the room, by the way, Ultrasound's form grays out. He vanishes back into shadow, and you have the bird.
Bird.
A bird.
A bird. Speak
bird.
silently. Darn. We could have had a funny moment. Alright, once they're outside, she will look to the group and basically ask, like, well now, we probably need to find some manner of residence or location to discuss what we're going to do next. Unless you would all prefer to speak out in the open.
No. That's inviting trouble. Cuts himself off. He had a thought, but then he's like,
Yes. Not going to
Thinking
share with the class.
You are shot a very sharp look.
Since she doesn't know that he knows, she just raises an eyebrow at him.
I don't think he says anything further unless prompted by someone else.
She just gives a small shrug then and looks to the others. Well,
Ideally, we want to find a place that doesn't have ears, so to say.
Exactly.
Perhaps not this neighborhood.
No. Oh, let's walk. Shall we walk a ways, or shall we separate and regroup?
Separating might be a good idea.
Hmm.
There's a nod.
To where then? And when?
Insert random location here that's another inn.
That works, yeah.
There's
Mhm.
probably an inn or a hotel nearby, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Alright.
stagger arrival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Spica gives a nod and just basically till we meet again in a moment. And then yeah, they all, I'm guessing, part ways and, as said, stagger arrive
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
under some false thing together.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
All right.
It's business.
It's about
Business.
it's about 10 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Your meeting started at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Seth is definitely peeled off, at least taking his time to find. There's probably ways to find maps of the locations. There's like town maps. Those exist.
If you pop
I'm
by
assuming.
the teleportation station in particular, you can get maps of major cities and locations that have teleportation stations with information on those areas.
Mm-hmm. He is definitely grabbing maps of the noted areas and others as well, but he's paying closer attention to Villestown, Toontown, and Good Time Town, so that when they meet up, he can have spread those out and marked the locations that were mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So while we signed our names on the paper, we didn't exactly introduce ourselves to each other.
Nope.
Nope.
Mhm.
Business.
Business.
So everybody's meeting back at this inn now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
The plot convenient inn, as it
Yeah,
is
the-
titled.
What if we just call it that? The plot convenient inn.
Sure.
The plot
Amazing.
convenient.
It
It
is
changes location all the time.
always.
Yep.
A chain of them.
It is
Yep.
exactly what you need all the time. Whenever you need the plot convenient
That's their
inn.
slogan.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, if we do that, we can just keep staying at technically the same hotel and confuse the hell out of stuff.
Plot convenient.
Plot convenient.
RJ,
Well,
you genius.
you were able to find one here today. Whether or not that is as consistent as the name might suggest remains to be
We'll
seen.
find out later. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
It's also, I will say, the plot convenient inn is it's kind of it's mid quality. It's so. It's good enough.
It's
Yeah.
like a chain hotel.
Real Premier Inn hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 people are upsetting spaghetti about the quality of this inn.
One person doesn't need to sleep.
Yeah.
It's fine. We're here to use the meeting space. That's what it's for.
Yeah,
This is
that's
true.
all it's
Yep.
for. That's all we need.
Mm-hmm. All right. Maps are laid out. I think, obviously, Seth goes over the details again, even though it hasn't been that.
Yeah.
It's just, we're laying this out.
Yeah, refresher of the moment
Yes.
kind of thing, and
Mhm.
making sure we're all on the same page kind of dealio.
He's kind of used to having to get people to work together. This bunch are more cooperative thus far.
Thus far.
And I think he's sort of de facto taken a seat at the head of the table just because that's where he goes. provided nobody else has already done so.
No.
And sits again primly. Kane sort of leaned up against one leg as he to the other, and folds his hands, and gestures that the floor is open for the others if they have further ideas to track the professor. They know that his most recent location was Good Time. And looking on the maps, Oatmeal, what is there anything else around the bookshop that could be noted? Anything of interest, at least?
Let me see. Well, it is kinda just, in a general sort of, market area. You know, there's some shops. And it's not too far from the teleportation circle, as, expected. Otherwise, other things in the town, obviously there's a residential area, there is a huge fairgrounds, which is, the main, tourist attraction, for this place. And there are a few other things, but it just seems like normal city things. Nothing's jumping out at you.
No. Market.
Makes sense.
Not a bad. I'm not gonna do this in character voice the whole time.
That's fair.
Not a bad place to start looking if that's what we want to do. At least around the market, because if he jumped into the bookstore to be shopping, there's a chance that he could see there, and a high likelihood that other people. So high chance that other people have seen him. It's as good a place to start getting a lead.
Getting a what? You cut off.
Oh shoot! Come on, headset. As good a place to start getting a lead as possible.
Seems like a good plan.
We'll likely perhaps want to work in teams. We don't exactly want to show up in a very obvious group. Or
You
do
cut
we?
out in the middle of that, what?
Of course I did. Now, how exactly do we want to present ourselves? Shall we work individually, pairs, one big group? What's our story for this?
Pairs might be beneficial. Having one person to cover the weaknesses of another would be most ideal, especially if we are separated when we happen to catch sight of our target.
There's a nod.
Speaking of, we might want to make one another aware of what we are capable of. That way we can lean into each other's strengths.
Very well. And what names are we going by exactly? It's not going to help us any if all we can do is point and say you there. We're far too likely to be stuck with the trope of everybody just looking over.
Well, you may all refer to me as Barley.
I'm known as Heartbreaker, but Heart is fine.
Nod from Seth. Cyril works.
They all look to the bird?
The bird.
The bird is a person now.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're inside.
At the individual.
I'm just trying to figure out whether. Yeah, he probably would. How do I describe? There's no like visible movement
Mhm.
but there is a voice that you can roll perception on if you'd like. Rather deep, somewhat raspy, but menacing, definitely in tone, that almost purrs the word ultrasound.
Ooh,
Hmm.
okay.
That's
Alright.
18. Of course he's gonna Persepi.
Anyone else?
Yeah. Where'd your Persepi go?
It's my turn for
There's your
perception.
Persepi.
15!
Let's go.
Let's go,
Plus-
lesbian.
I love rolling perception with Cassius. I roll the number
Nope.
and I tell you what it is. I don't add anything.
It's so nice with some of those.
Nope!
Alright, well,
Mhm.
Speaka doesn't get it, but the other two,
Nope.
that's not his actual voice. That was a recording.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Noted and
Ooh.
filed away for later.
But the screen that is assumably his face lights up and gives a few system specs. I think it just like reads fucking ultrasound, martial strength, some otherworldly abilities,
Mhm.
and then underneath it says Ray Wing, aerial reconnaissance, combat support.
Mm. Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
So we have at least one eye in the sky. That's good.
Mhm.
If we need another, and like Barley in heavy quotation marks does a little snap of his fingers, and the little button-up shirt he's wearing underneath his overalls kind of wiggles a little bit, and a little raven peeks its head out.
Excellent.
This is for everyone his familiar Luna,
Aw.
who's normally a cat, but to fit with the vibe of Cassius has been transformed into a raven for this adventure.
Hey, Abby, do you want us to be fucking hysterical?
What?
Ray Wing is mechanically a raven.
Nice!
go.
Yes!
We have two ravens.
Mhm.
Bird.
We have an
Two.
attempted murder!
Attempted murder.
That's crows.
Crows, you fools. Crows.
I don't care! I want the funny! I know!
I sure,
Let me
I
have
sure
the
hope we
funny!
don't have an attempted murder. That will duck our pay.
We have an
Well, that's why
unkindness.
Look, this is why it's attempt. It's unsuccessful.
We have an unkindness among us.
We have an unkindness.
An unkindness.
I'm still low key stuck on like the like mental visualization of Frank Welker purring ultrasound's name.
Mhm.
I can hear it so clearly.
Yep.
You do have fine familiar.
Mhm.
God, there's all these familiars showing. Seth, I mean, Cyril. Which I should probably just, like, put how to spell his name.
I don't know if this is a familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it is.
Yeah. He's not certain of what, what Ultrasound's bird is. But he's putting it in his mental note, familiar question mark. Nope. No, he doesn't. That is... He inclines his head, is paying attention to those, noting them, and goes on to say, I am not exactly most capable, but I'm excellent at supporting a team. And lists off, he's a support character. He's built as a magic support. He can defend himself. He does a few combat spells. But most of his stuff is like invisibility and guider.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly a spellcaster fit for the battlefield, but I can assist in my own ways. For example, I can restrain someone if needed with a spell like Hold Person. I can also temporarily influence others to help with our cause if needed.
Not acknowledgement.
I can even, if given enough time and research, cast a spell that will locate our target much more easily than us having to hunt him down ourselves. But I'm going to need a lot more than a photograph of an illustration.
Out of character, is that locate person?
It's locate creature specifically.
Interesting.
Yeah. Handshake with ultrasound on that one.
Yay!
Ultrasounds, and it's like the smallest of movements, but goes from just standing there to suddenly very menacingly looming, wings ready to fight. Then again straightens up.
Message received. Okay.
Yep. I think it just smiles behind her mask. She's like, and a rule of loom to boot. Nicely displayed.
And then on the screen, it's very like technical looking stuff. There's a bunch of glyphs in a language none of y'all know, and then in common just infrasonic dampening field, aka he can cast silence.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, that is super fun.
Okay.
Very much like useful.
I also, if needed, can cast counterspell, which should be helpful if our little friend attempts to do that little misty step trick. But I'll have to be nearby.
Of course.
Glances.
It should also be noted that we are also very much aware that he has some sort of vehicle, though why it is a telephone box I cannot begin to understand.
He may be reelkind, but this is Einquell. Is a phone booth really the weirdest mode of transportation you've seen here?
Fair enough. Regardless, if you want to successfully win a car chase, you flatten the tires.
True.
I think this is a scenario where we can't even let the car chase begin.
It's what it seems like, because if we could simply remove the proverbial car, it would have been done already. Not to say that we can't try, but there's a reason we were given the information we have on it, limiting though it is.
Ultrasound misses his ground bridges. He misses them so much.
So we might want to spend our first day observing then.
Observing seems to be our best bet.
Very well. We can start at the bookshop or location thereof at least. Perhaps 2 going in, 2 observing outside the immediate area.
Yes, we'll also have to assume appearances that are less. He looks very pointedly at Spica and Ultrasound.
She's wearing a mask, but you don't need to roll. She is smiling. She's just like, oh, she knows. She is very obvious right now.
Less threatening.
Oh, don't worry. My disguise kit is with me.
Oh, well.
And what of you? And she looks at Cerule.
Oh,
Do
I think. No, go on. Sorry.
Oh, do you plan to stay dressed to the nines the entire time as you are?
There is an eyebrow raise. And just, I believe I can manage to make something work.
Very well. At least knock off one of the dollar signs on your price tag.
There is a sigh as he just pinches the bridge of his nose. Like,
Cassius sitting oh so smugly in his disguise. I'm loving that Spica is like trying to get Cassius to also rib folks who are dressed rich when Cassius normally is also dressed
She doesn't
funny. So funny.
There's so many levels to this, it's hilarious.
The
Mhm.
fucking
The levels.
RDJ meme. She does not know that this person also dresses rich.
Well, also unintentional complimenting them because somebody's pulled off the objective.
When I said I put thought into Cassius' disguise, I mean it.
It kind of falls apart if he runs into anyone who knows him, because that nose is pretty fucking distinctive, but...
Yeah. Don't worry about it. All the locations we're going to is places where nobody knows him. It's fine. We'll be fine.
Yes. Wait, Abby, I know this
Be
wasn't
sure about
intentional, but nobody knows him?
But I'm.
Oh, I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe you've done this.
You played
I
yourself.
Should have checked yourself before you wrecked yourself.
The
Mhm.
nose nosed.
Mhm. Alright, so which pairs are we leaving in and where exactly are we switching up our outfits?
Ideally, we want to have two spellcasters in different groups.
Hmm.
Easy enough. I'll take heart.
Speaker raises a slight brow at this, but gives a nod and does not argue.
Cassius internally, you're leaving me with a fucking robot.
Because that has historically worked out so well for him.
Historically, this has worked out extremely poorly for him.
Robot time.
Robot time.
Mhm.
Speaker doesn't know that Seth knows, and it's just like, well,
Mhm.
But it's a little
Very
bit.
well.
You were awful quick to jump on that. Go ahead, Abby.
I know, it was just Cassius being like, alright, whatever.
Fair.
Unless anyone has any objections to these arrangements.
Hold on,
No.
I'm looking at some other stuff in Cassius's things. If we have the time, and Cassius will, I'm gonna roll armor space.
Mhm.
5. Okay. Cassius kind of reaches into kind of the shirt where Luna had popped out from, where Luna's
Mhm.
now perched on top of the hat,
Mhm.
just sitting down all floofed.
Mhm.
And Cassius reaches around. You hear like the shuffling of like loose straw before he pulls out what appears to be a pair of googly eyes. And he's actually gonna toss these to. You know what? Let's do Cerule.
Mhm.
Excellent.
Um,
Yes.
He catches them and just gives you a look of what the hell are you doing with these?
They don't look like much, but they actually have a few unique magical properties. when attuned to them, you can see through them. And I'm going to put them into the chat because this is something from my magic item store that Cassius got.
Woo!
Yay!
The googly eyes of seeing.
The googly eyes
Dark
of
vision not
seeing.
included.
An enchanted pair of googly eyes can be placed on any flat surface, requires attunement. So long as you're on the same plane of existence as the googly eyes, as an action, the creature attuned can see through the googly eyes out to 120 feet. As you're viewing through the googly eyes, you cannot see through your own eyes. Dark vision not included.
I love that extra addition.
It's a good thing you have dark vision.
Yep.
Of course,
So-
I want them back by the time all things are said and done, but consider this yours for the time being.
Understood. We have. It is noted. They are. What you doing?
Spica just after that, she just Hart looks at Cerule and is just like, and just absolutely straight face, calm, no expression. They suit you.
Cassius snorts.
He is trying very hard to be professional. But also there's just this faint twitch at the side of his mouth, almost like he's gonna grin. But he doesn't, and just looks at her out, just like, ironic. I was about to say the same to you. Now, if we've had enough of this tomfoolery, we have a job to do.
Yippee!
I know that wasn't Cassie.
And as he says this, he stands up and folds the maps and slides them across the table towards Cassius, Barley. He says, I've already memorized them. Keep them on your person.
Can do. And Cassius will swoop them all up and kind of like absently scan over them. Eventually he'll tuck them into his hammer space after everyone else has gotten a good look-see at where we need to go.
Yeah, we probably at least take a moment or two, like looking at the map and being like, yes, right here. This is where we're going. Okay, so yeah, probably. Oh yeah. Did we? So
And I think too, just before we go, I think Seth does mention beyond that, if he gets any questioning looks, that he mentions he has a photographic memory, and is able to recall these things with detail. So he is aware. He knows.
Now, which of us is going to be going into the bookstore and which shall be perusing outside of it?
There's a look towards the 12-foot robot.
The 12-foot robot is just looking out. There's a very obvious answer here.
I suppose we can manage the outside.
Not as given.
Very well. I suppose we shall change our guises and be on our way.
Yes.
All right. As your meeting comes to a close, it is 11 a.m.
Okay.
And you're heading out. You are in Toontown, so to get to the bookstore, you will have to use the teleportation circle. You have time to get into your disguises on the way to the circle. We'll pick up there in a moment, but I want to call a short break.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to ask because I am thirsty.
Yeah, because it's been a hot second.
Yeah. Need more sippy.
Yep.
Need more sippy.
Obtain hydration.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Pain, hydration,
Alright,
BRB.
should be
Alright,
back
BRB.
about 10-15 minutes. Probably 10.
Gotcha.
For beans.
Mhm.
Woo.
In the meantime, I will sit here and entertain the recording.
Excellent. I will join you. Whee. So this is fun so far. This is interesting.
This is very interesting so far.
Hee-hoo. Does a funny little jig in morally dubious characters. Your characters are always fun, RJ.
Cassius'
They-
voice. Finally, an excuse to use these spells.
Oh my god. He has the option now.
He has the option.
He has the range.
We have the
range.
range, darling. I'm thinking about the fact that, like, not
Mhm.
only do we have the dimensional shackles, ultrasound's background gives him a pair of manacles.
Mm.
That's funny.
It's totally set.
We can double lock.
Mhm.
Like, my immediate thought was fucking if it
If
had
we
been
silence.
Eli, if it had
Yeah.
been Eli sending just fucking just ultrasound, he
Mhm.
probably would have just gone silence, manacles, gag, and then
Silence
dragged
Manacles
him.
gag. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I
dragged
mean-
him to wherever he
Mhm.
needed to go.
I mean, that might be the plan. once we've done enough observing.
Mhm. It is an option.
Mhm.
Like, if we set up an ambush point, theoretically we could totally like
Mhm.
preset the silence, can slam out a whole person. Ultrasound's got fucking mind sliver too, so that's
Mhm.
negative D4 on that,
Good
Mhm.
heavens.
provided that he doesn't make the save against the mind sliver in the first place.
Mhm.
Cough, cough. I have silvery barbs.
L plus ratio plus silvery barbs plus mind sliver plus whole person plus dimensional shackles.
It is scary how well equipped we are to do this.
Mhm.
It's almost like my character has canonically kidnapped people before.
Mm. I need to roll a thing that I forgot to do, but I remembered something.
Oh ho.
Just because of who this guy is. Okay, he's good. He's fine. He's fine.
I hope you're enjoying this hex, by the way.
Raven does not bother him at all. He's fine. He's chill. He's good.
Mhm.
Interesting.
I look at some things from canon and I look away. Don't worry about it.
I think who the fuck has a. Oh. Yeah, no, that makes sense. If it helps, only one of them is actually shaped like a raven.
Mhm.
Hang on. Maybe.
Yeah, that's why initial bird, fine, good, we're cool. The other bird, this is scarecrow themed. Yep,
Less okay.
yep. It's less okay, but he is compartmentalizing. He's so good at that.
We love that for
Mhm.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Man, he's so good at this, guys. He's doing capitalism. It's great.
I want you to know every time you say the word capitalist or capitalism, I just fucking get that one Tally Hall song stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm. How does it feel, RJ? You bullied him on his very first appearance, and now you're working alongside him.
I'm excited to see what he's equipped to do.
He's a support character, baby! This man has negative initiative.
Aloha. Wait, he's got negative Oh,
Correct.
I see. I'm holding the initiative party up then.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at the modifier, looks away.
Go fast. Go fast now. Not this guy.
Go
He
fast.
has his skills, his strengths, and he is a nerd. Yep.
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 Yep. You could shove him into a locker. Quite easily, probably. I look at his save. Yeah, you could shove him in.
You'd have to get a locker big enough to fit this motherfucker first, but
Yeah. I don't think ultrasound. I think he crushes the locker. Just takes a look and it's like,
Ugh, I crashed back in.
welcome back.
Thank you. How you all doing?
Doing good.
Hell yeah.
I can probably go about another hour and a half, just for one.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We have plan. We know what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, depending on, like,
Yeah.
if we find him quickly or not, it might behoove that we, like, set up the ambush now
Yeah.
and then actually do the combat in the second part.
Yeah. I think that's our big plan. When Abby gets back, we'll check.
Yeah.
The ambassador. You can hunt him for as long as you like, so long as he doesn't get away or others get wind of it. The group coming back, like, 6
Speedrun
hours
strats.
later. Yeah.
Well, Spica is a bit more for drawing this out a little bit more, not immediately ambushing him, but she's also not going to argue either.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like, oh, we're throwing hands now? Alright.
If the opportunity comes up, ultrasound's very much gonna be like, let's take advantage.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And
Also, I love that
ironically-
Spica...
Go on.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just
No,
going
you
to say, I love that Spica got away with not explaining what she can do.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't intentional.
I think it's funny and it all says shit. Cause Seth definitely asked, cause he already knows.
Well, does he though?
That's his bodyguard. He knows to a level what she can
Yeah,
do.
exactly. That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because that's the other thing. It's like, I got away with not explaining shit. Why are you so eager to be on my side of this group?
He's gonna explain it shortly.
Cool.
When there's a minute where it's like, hey, I need to talk to you 1 second.
Mhm.
And it's just, I know.
He's gonna get such a look, and then his hat's gonna be shoved down on his head again.
Of course she does. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. This
But yeah.
motherfucker observant. Yeah.
Yeah, so it does make sense that he was able to pick up on, but it's still funny. And she's gonna be like, again, fuck you.
Mm-hmm. We draw the bit out. We let her think she got away with it. Do.
Yeah.
Let her have her fun.
Then she finds out yet again that he's already on it, and she's just like, well, the first time I stole your glasses, the second time I shoved your hat on your head, third time, let's see, let's go for a bit of variety here.
We're good. We're chill. Fine. He's not bothered by the Raven. Yep. He's normal. Looks away from Lore. Looks away from Lore.
Hang on, I need to make sure I say this with the right amount of sarcasm, otherwise you're gonna think I'm serious.
Mhm.
I can't possibly imagine why he would have negative connotations and affiliations and thoughts about a raven, especially since he got such a good education from white raven college and the wonderful headmaster who was in no way a raven at his time there.
Yeah. No. It's
It's
no.
fine.
Actually,
No, it's
Is-
fine.
is he still a raven? Or is he now a crow?
He's a corvid.
He's a corvid. He's a bastard.
Or
It's
yeah.
corvid.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Let me jump into rules DM.
It is corvid things. Raven goes to. School name goes to man we shall not speak of.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
It's
like
fine. Fine, it's good, it's chill.
to be quite frank, a lot of people mix up crows and ravens, so like this makes sense. This bastard's a fucking cephalopod.
This man is from the ocean.
Why the fuck?
His
does he know
ass does
about
not
birds?
know the things in the sky.
I want to get Seth a broom of flying so bad. You don't understand.
Oh god, don't put him on a broom. Don't do that to him.
I want to put him on a broom.
He
If I
thinks,
could have gotten one beforehand, I would have.
he thinks bats are a type of bird.
I mean, they have wings.
Yeah. Just probably just like I mean.
They're not a kind of bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally a kind of bird.
Ah!
That's a nature check. That's a bird.
That one, baby.
That one.
That's a bird, baby.
Uh-huh.
Seth pointing at a bat. That's a bird.
Is
Points
this
at
a
Ray Wing.
bird?
That's a
Yeah,
bird.
no, it's like, is this a pigeon?
It's a weird bird, but it must be a type of bird.
Is
Certainly.
this a pigeon? It flies.
Seth voiced.
Yeah.
If that thing pointing at Ray Wing is a bird, then bats are also birds.
Correct. The irony. Not only is he a wizard, he's also a druid.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Lamau.
Speak
Yeah,
up, making
absolutely
fun
shit.
of. Planes don't exist. I know this. But still, please imagine Speaker making fun of Seth, pointing to a plane, going, "Hey, hey, I found you a bird."
The plane is ultrasound.
God.
Welcome to the newest debate in the Leviathan Lounge. Is ultrasound a bird?
Yes. Speaker does not hesitate in giving her response. Is it just to mess with Seth? You'll never know. Except for Seth. Seth's probably well aware it's just to make fun of him.
Yeah, I had to flip that coin earlier to be find familiar and cast it and get his own familiar, while everyone has their little.
Yeah. Speaker's definitely keeping hers hidden, because considering the job, it's just like, Although she has considered the possibility, since, more of a hero type, well, you can always play to that bit.
I'm looking at a
Types.
line in the feature for what Ray Wing is, and I'm just like, oh man.
Oh boy. I'm chin hands. I chin hands.
If your raven is slain by a creature, you gain advantage on all attack rolls against the killer for the next 24 hours.
Ooh.
Oh! Holy
Yo.
What did I come back to?
shit.
You can try
Oh.
and kill her. There's consequences.
Yeah, ultrasound can go sicko mode if someone destroys his bird.
Go
Uh-huh.
crazy. Go stupid.
Go crazy. Go stupid.
This really does track with what we see in the show, to be fair.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, the one time that the Autobots went after Laserbeak, Soundwave fucking wrecked their shit and
Yeah.
almost killed,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
shit, it was a
Nice.
Wheeljack. Who the fuck was
Was it Ratchet?
it Wheeljack? No, it was Wheeljack. He almost killed Wheeljack, and then
Oh,
Ovi
Yeah.
didn't because the Laserbeak started broadcasting a distress signal.
uh-huh.
Hmm.
Okay, we're back.
I'm me.
Is I'll be like, hey.
Oh, right.
We return.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
So yeah,
We fick.
you guys mosey up to the teleportation station,
Mm-hmm.
and you are
Fast pass is presented.
absolutely, and you
Mm-hmm.
are ported through with the assistance of a wizard with bright purple hair, uh, who is, they're wearing like the uniform, they work there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And yeah, you are ported into the teleportation station in Good Time Town.
Mm-hmm.
Ultrasound is once a bird, once more a bird.
Mm-hmm.
Bird moment.
Bird obtained.
Bird moment. So yeah, Spica is definitely dressed. Heart is definitely dressed differently now
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, she's not. She knows better than to go out looking threateningly,
Mm-hmm.
and she also knows how to, alter enough of her look and silhouette to, throw off
Mm-hmm.
possible, insights and whatnot.
Gotta
Hmm.
change your silhouette so you aren't recognized as a recognizable character.
Exactly. She knows this. So a lot of the dark colors have been changed out for like softer colors, almost pastels.
Hmm.
Pastel goth, pastel goth, pastel goth.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So like
Mhm.
her hair is now like almost like a sky blue, like a very soft, almost teal color, and it's done up to get, to hide the swooshiness her hair usually has,
Hmm.
and just yeah.
Nice.
I'm not Spica, I'm Jane Donut.
Donut.
Mhm.
So what's your
No, but that's hilarious. Oh gosh.
what's your approach here? You have this address and you've decided to go
Mhm.
to it. Are you gonna like beeline or what?
I guess you say beelining.
I
Yeah,
think,
let's
I think what
go
we were
ahead.
gonna do, just I'm posing this as how I got the idea from the group, and y'all can correct me.
Mhm.
Was I thought we were splitting into our group of two
Yeah.
to take a look around the market,
Mhm.
go, because it's been a few hours since the professor was sighted at the book.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of look around the market, see if we can spot him or ask questions.
Yeah. I mean, eyes in the sky. That's
Yeah.
Ultrasound's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's, if we find him, if we can, or at least to be start tailing.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, and
Mhm.
Cerule and Hart were gonna go to start their search at the bookstore, see
Yeah.
if perhaps he came back, and then I'm assuming venture out from there.
Yeah. While Barley and Ultrasound kept an eye out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay then. On your way out, if you could all do a perception check.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Persepi.
I don't know.
I am-
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Ooh,
I am
baby.
noting something. Just as part of his disguise, because Steph has dressed down, he still looks like he comes from money,
Mm-hmm.
because of
Mhm.
course he does.
Yeah.
But he does not look like he's a mob boss.
Yeah.
And he has 2 dogs that look like Dobermans.
Ooh.
Each with 1 yellow eye, that are on 2 leashes that are wrapped around his hand, and on each of their collars is 1 googly eye too.
I'm sorry, you cut off.
You cut out. What was?
Dang it! What is with my mic?
I don't know. It could be Discord. To be
okay.
fair.
On each
There
one, something googly eyes.
Yes, on each of the dog's collars is 1 of the googly eyes. Functionally, they're just 1 familiar. They work in tandem, but it's technically 2 for flavor.
That's funny. I like that.
Nice.
That's funky.
All right, and now
But I also
Yeah,
know
boy.
the lore, and it's just like he's handling this well. Clearly.
yes, he
Wait a
is.
second. Wait a second. Two
Yep.
eyes. Wait a second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Looks away.
figured it out,
Looks
Bubby?
away.
I'm
Look at me.
getting the vibes of what you're putting down.
Don't look at me.
I'm getting
Don't look
it.
at me.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
love not having lore.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. You don't need it.
The lore. Has the lore.
Okay,
I'm,
so
I'm saying that genuinely, by the way. It's so fucking funny.
That's fair. That's fair.
perhaps as to be expected, ultrasound does see the most.
Mhm.
It gets a good look at the area and the market, and you find the bookstore. You can see all the people going around, notice who they are, what they're doing, track their trajectories. You don't see the professor. But you have located the sort of market couple blocks along Chestnut Drive, the bookstore, and all of you can see this as you approach it. The bookstore is called Pages.
Just painting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I mean, it all seems to be open. It's approximately 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Okay.
are welcome to let's see. Some of you were going inside, some of you were scoping the outside, right?
Right.
Yep.
If I may, I do have a little flavor of why Cassius might have rolled that 7.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It is currently like 11:30 a.m. That means it's the
Oh.
daytime. It's bright. It's sunny out. Cassius has not been in the sunny place without his umbrella for a very long time. He's notably a little nervous.
It's
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, buddy.
It's
And there's
almost
reflective
noon.
surfaces too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy.
He's got the hat. He's got the
Mhm.
full dress clothes. But you can still have the subconscious, it's daytime. This is a bad place
Yeah.
for me. I'm going to stick to the shade.
Yeah, it's like I'm in direct sunlight. Nope. Oh, buddy.
Cassie's voice, I have
Oh.
never been in more danger than I am at this moment.
Have
Yeah.
you
All
rolled
it
for
takes is
Luna
one
as
gust of
well?
wind.
What was that, RJ?
Have you rolled for Luna as well, Obby?
I have not. I can roll for Luna real quick.
Uh-huh.
Me.
You do not get advantage
You
on
have the
this. You
familiar,
just
right?
get
Might as well use it.
yeah. D20 plus 3 for Luna. 6. Even worse.
Yo.
Maybe.
She's
Luna has
concerned
been-
about Cassius.
Luna has been distracted by shiny things, as ravens often do.
Oh, that is fair. There is a pebble. It is shiny.
I'm in a pebble.
Shiny pebble.
Or perhaps a brand new copper piece is on the floor. It glints.
A bottle cap.
Bottle cap, yes!
I do have one question. Regarding the googly eyes, they require attunement. Who is attuned to them?
Right now, Cassius, until someone attunes to them otherwise, like literally sits down for an hour and does it.
Okay. All right.
I'm questioning, would you want to keep Cassius attuned, Abby? If that would be, like, because they're splitting up, it would be if you check in, just like a way to check in and see what the other group is.
That's a good point. Cassius'
Yeah.
initial thought was like a
Mm-hmm.
using it as you can use this to basically keep a tab on one specific location, maybe an ambush point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could always switch
God.
attunement, like, later, potentially.
True,
Yeah.
it takes time though. I think for this initial gathering info phase though, Cassius is going to be remaining attuned to it.
Got it.
Which means the googly eyes need to be affixed somewhere.
Yeah, they're on the collars of the two dogs.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah. It's probably, while you're looking initially, probably a little jangly, and the eyes are spread way out.
Yeah. Cassius like, oh, this is like looking through a prey animal. He forcibly like closes one eye and like focuses on just one.
Obtain horse vision, fool.
Haunts. Will haunt be upon ye.
Okay. So, let's see, we'll start with, should we start with the group on the inside or the outside?
I'm thinking inside.
All right.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm down with that.
All right. So you guys, the bookshop is open. There's plenty of people going around. It's not a huge shop. There's enough room. It's big enough that there's some stacks that like you can't see behind. Some various really big bookshelves. And but it's just kind of classic bookshop. It's it looks like it's maybe more older or reused books, but there are a few new items.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And the cashier is near the door.
I have a question.
Yes.
While rolling with that 20 from earlier, unless you want me to do a new perception roll, just approaching the bookstore, are there any other obvious entrances, side exits, stuff like that?
Speaker would probably be looking for the same.
There is you cannot see any from the front.
Got it.
Like walking into the place, you do not immediately see an exit.
So
you do, however, catch a glimpse of a cat going walking between the stacks.
All right, I think Seth leaves the two hounds at outside sitting. They are very polite. One of them immediately curls up like it's taking a nap, while the other one stays at attention. Before walking in, taking a look around, cat is noted.
Oh yeah. Hart sees the cat and is just immediately, walks over delicately, is just looking at the cat, all smiles behind her mask. It shows in her eyes, and she casts speak with animals and just looks at the cat. It's like, well, hello there.
So,
Not much. I just came to check out this lovely bookstore.
it's the best one.
So glad to hear it. Do you run this bookstore yourself, or do you just reside on its comfortable shelves and sunspots?
Oh, the latter, of course. I have my servant Ricky at the desk over there.
Servant Ricky.
That's
Oh, but
alright.
of course. Oh, you are such a lovely cat. Might I pet you? I can give you a good ear scratch. Or under your chin, perhaps?
He considers raising his snout in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And
She will hold out a hand for him to sniff first,
mhm.
as one does.
And after a moment of consideration, goes over to sniff. What does Pika smell like?
Probably faint hint of like lavender and vanilla.
Mm.
Vanilla? Yeah, it's a like a hand cream kind of
Yeah.
skin lotion thing. So yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's a nice soft smell. It's not like one of those overpowering ones where you smell it from
Oh
like
yeah.
50 feet away, but it's also not like the LaCroix of skin lotion where you have to
Mhm.
shove your face in it to have even a faint hint of anything.
Yeah, yeah.
The LaCroix
Yeah.
of skin lotion.
I, as an enjoyer of sparkling water, I take offense to this.
You enjoy your watermelon from 2 rooms over?
I do. Believe it or not.
Obviously,
Fair.
I'm so mad because the water I was drinking earlier was literally a LaCroix.
Oh my gosh.
Get
yes.
seen.
Mhm.
But also, that's really funny. You enjoy your watermelon.
Yeah.
But
It's a skin lotion. It's like a decent one. Like it wouldn't be overly oily or an offensive smell because
Right.
she has cats. She knows she purposely has ones that they can even like lick at her fingers and she doesn't have to panic over it.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, he doesn't
Yeah.
do that, but he does rub his face over her fingers
Mhm.
in a sort of gesture of like, you may scritch me now.
Okay, yeah.
Aw.
Scritches are definitely given. She has, she may be wearing gloves, but she gives very good scritches. She has many cats. She knows
Mhm.
how to give the good scritches, where the spots are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
eventually you get him to purr.
Aw.
Yes. Well, her mission's done.
Hmm. You can go further with that mission. The cat sees all. I think while that is happening, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do, my boy? I think while they do that, Seth is going to cast Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm.
While he is perusing the shelves.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of keeping an eye on things while also looking around, seeing, okay, what here might be of interest, and also, like, he knows how some people can get in library. They're really interested in books.
Mm-hmm.
You can spend hours there. This isn't a library, but they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he is both keeping an eye out to see if he spots anybody particularly interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And also, with magic, if there's anything interesting that pops up.
Yeah. There are honestly, like, there's a few scattered books that have faint traces of magic. mostly of the illusion type. They might be like books with moving pictures, or it pops up with a little, it might be like a pop-up book, but it produces an illusion, sort of a holographic rendition of what's going on. And a few other scattered books with different schools of magic. Nothing that really stands out, though, like nothing dripping with necromancy or anything like that. That are just kind of like around, and there is a like particular section of shelf that is marked like magical books, which are like more of the stronger magical signatures are here on this shelf.
Looking at that shelf, is there anything plain or
Anyone
like that?
Anything what?
Why does my mic keep
It's okay.
bite it? He's looking to see if there's anything about planar travel, the shelf, or anything with teleportation. Fight.
Well, I'd say that you find you are able to find at least a book about the planes. It seems relatively simple. Like, it's a basic to middling understanding of the planar system of this place.
Yeah. That's given a quick thumb through and put back. Like, not help. Not help. Ugh. While wandering around, does anyone else?
Anyone else what?
In the store?
Yeah. There's a few other customers. There's maybe like 5 total. 2 of them seem to be related. They're checking out like the teen section. And then the other 3 are just kind of at different places in the bookstore, looking at their specific books.
Gotcha.
It's a quiet place, this bookstore.
Yeah.
You also, as you look around, because you, as you manage to spot all these people, you're sort of going through the bookshelves and such. You do see that there is a exit at the very back. It seems like an emergency exit, like required for if there's a fire or something.
Yeah. I think seeing that, he sends like the mental command is familiar to around the building and keep that.
All right. Yeah.
Smart.
Your familiar can find an alleyway and go around until they find that spot and just kind of chill out on the back end of the store. It's kind of what the back end of a normal strip of stores looks like. Like, there's room for, a truck or a carriage or whatever to back up and unload stuff. It's not as clean as the front, etc.
Yeah. It is.
It's utility.
But yeah, there's spots where 2 dogs definitely find a place to be out of the way while definitely keeping an eye on the exit.
Cool. Sounds good.
I'm gonna take 1 second and mute myself if I can fix my.
Okay.
That's
I
fair.
love-
Okay, so with the after giving good scritches to the kibby cat,
Yes.
she will probably ask like, where are some of the better spots in the library? Of course, there's a large truck going past. Go away.
It's okay.
The second I start to speak, there's just this huge truck. Anyway.
It's alright. All I heard was a faint whoosh.
Oh, good. Thank goodness. All right. Like where some of the better spots are, in the bookstore and everything, because a cat will have a definitely different opinion than, a person would.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
he wants the cat's opinion on these things.
Oh yeah. He shows the spots that get the most sunlight for the longest amount of time.
Mhm.
The places where people are less likely to tread,
Mhm.
and the bookshelves where it's best to sit on top of with the best view of the whole place.
Ooh. My, you certainly do know this place so well. It's easy to see who's in charge.
Well, obviously.
Oh, let's see. Hang on. She smiles and takes a little bit of dried fish from her hammer space. And it's like, might I offer you this as thanks for showing me around?
His eyes light up, and his tail goes like straight up,
Mhm.
and flicks at the end.
Mhm.
And he just will accept the snack.
Mhm. The snack is absolutely given, and thanks are also given. And she walks around a little bit, like she definitely takes note of like these better places in case she herself needs to use them,
Mhm.
and kind of like she starts to do like more of a layout look around. Like she plays it off more as like she's just perusing the books at the moment. She hasn't decided where she wants to linger. It's like, this is a new bookstore. You take in the whole thing. Of course you do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where is everything? It's like, where are the windows? Where's, you know, like what kind of decorations they have? Do they have some place to like sit down and have a drink and a snack while you read or something, or no?
I'd say there's like two armchairs on either side of the place, and like maybe a side table that you can like put your books down if you've got like a whole stack. But otherwise, not a whole lot of furniture. It's mostly walking around space.
Okay, okay. That she'd probably go back and well, not go back, go and find wherever the heck Cyril is gone.
Yeah, it's probably not too hard to find him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is not hiding himself away. It's trying to keep an eye on people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, there you are. I went and thought you might have gotten lost.
Far more difficult. Did you get anything from talking with the cat?
Oh, only the best of information from cats. The least likely places for people to be, the best sunspots, where to have the best viewpoints on everywhere.
Did you ask about someone in a scarf?
You cut off.
Shit. He asked if you asked about a scarf. In a long scarf.
Okay.
Good Lord. Mike, I thought I fixed it. Ugh.
It's okay.
No. Why would I ask about that?
You're given a look.
You could do it inside if you want,
Mm-hmm. Sure.
since you actually do know who this is.
Mm-hmm. Remind me what? Okay, good. Your insight is good, dude. 16.
She is purposely ribbing you, like she's being honest, but you're guessing there's a reason she didn't, because she is definitely trying to get a response from you.
You just get a look, and as he's paying attention, because the hounds are not here. No one else is within earshot. He, again, gives you a very flat look and is just like, speak up. Oh, it's you. Can we please work together without the...
You take all the... You know what? She casts prestidigitation. Congratulations, you have a puff of glitter in your face.
He just...
And the very, very
waves
distinct
away.
smell of tuna fish as she walks back to the cat.
He coughs and like tries to wave it away and just... Ugh. You're welcome for the reminder.
You stop ruining all the fun! I was trying not to be obvious in case somebody else didn't know knew how to speak with the cat.
He looks a little bit pleased with himself that he caught her on the back foot, and goes back to keeping an eye on things while look at more.
She rolls her eyes, but flows right back into the, sunny smile, pastel god. Hi! Look as she finds the cat once more.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Oh, I forgot I had another question for you. I was wondering, did you see anybody about this area with a very long, colorful scarf?
oh yeah.
Oh? Can you tell me about him? I want to buy one of those scarves for myself. Don't you think it would complete my look?
Maybe. It was fun to chase.
Oh, that sounds even better.
Tall guy. Knows how to respect a cat. Actually talks to me like I'm a person. That's nice.
Oh my goodness. Sounds like someone I wouldn't mind meeting. Does he come here often by any chance?
I've seen him once or twice before, but not recently. He got some books. He was here for a while, and then he left.
Oh, well, darn. I guess today isn't going to be the trope of new friends. What a shame. Oh, well, thank you for your information again. Bye-bye. And just, like, prestidigitation, like, flowers around to emphasize the unseen smile, and prances back, goes over, shoves the hat down on Seth's head. Oh, what do you know? He's been here before. It's been confirmed. We already knew that.
I meant if you could ask if it's he went or something like that. Seriously, you look tough enough. Have you never done something like this before?
You don't shake down a cat!
He's just like...
You intimidate a person until they give you all the information you want and then some! You usually find out about their kitchen sink and everything! It's like, you suck up to a cat. You're their best friend. You don't intimidate a cat. I mean, you can, but fucking good luck with it. You could be a lion. The cat's still gonna think it's gonna win. Fucking dumbasses.
God, where is the...
Because
Ironically...
I can tell you're a dog person.
Yeah.
Ironically, I need to use this emote. Hi, Pop. That's just of like, we have the opportunity for information. Can you not find a way to play this? Okay. He's just, as she's saying all that, just like, okay. This man may have shaken down a cat for info before. It's fine. The cat was kind of rude.
Well, Look,
It's
why don't you
fine. The
come
cat
over
was
to
on.
the cat? Look, I'll introduce
Yeah.
you to the cat. I'll translate between the two of you. How about that? Then you could have all your fussy little nerd questions and
I can
stop
talk
being
to
a
the
little
cat
bitch
myself.
about it.
I could talk to it myself in case you forgot. No.
That's why I said I'd be in the middle. You talk to me, I talk to the cat, and then I talk back to you. I've been an operator before.
You don't need to be. I don't think we're going to get more information out of the cat after you've already spoken to it twice. Going back a third time is too suspicious.
That's what you think. Cats love fucking attention. Are you kidding me? Oh no!
No, you're not.
I'm showing off somebody else to the cat. Oh, the cat's gonna be so sus that it's getting more attention. Oh no, I'm not sus for going and asking about a suspicious person. Why wouldn't I do that? Oh, now it's sus. I see how it is. It's only
He's
sus when you think
just
it's sus.
rubbing his temples like, ugh.
I
He had a
love
reason
Sika.
for teaming up
I
with her,
love
but
Sika.
he's regretting it. He's like,
Cassius
why did I
outside
do
in
this?
complete bliss because he doesn't have to talk to anybody.
You
He
know,
likes his parrot.
Spica's just like, you know what? This is entirely your fault. You chose to go with me.
I know I did. I know I
You
did.
also chose to give up the game. I could have been playing along with a bit this whole time, but no.
Mhm.
Now you have to deal with me.
Again, you're hardly the worst I've dealt with. At least you're cooperating and not in chaos. Don't start.
The second he said, she is already giving him a look. And it's a look of, have you just challenged me? Have I
You don't
been
have
challenged?
you. No, this is not a challenge. Don't. It's not just me you have to deal with. You have to deal with the other two.
Not right now, I don't.
I'm leaving the bookstore. This is a dead end.
All right, if you say so. Why don't we go on our merry little way?
He's regretting his decision. He's regretting the decisions that led him to this.
Regret clown.
He's the
Regret
reward.
clown.
Yeah. Can you tell he's not usually the one going out and doing this part of the job?
Yeah.
He absolutely gives a wave to the cat on the way out, very over the top, and thank you again, and it's lovely meeting you, and all of that, and
Mhm.
trail of literally sparkles at our heels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the cat looks like kind of haughtily, like amused.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, you're okay.
This pleases me.
Exactly.
Yep.
Pleases me.
Yeah. And there is a whistle as they exit, and the
Mhm.
two dogs round the corner. Again, one racing like this is the last time it will ever run. It has the and does run several circles around Spica and Seth, while the other one just happily trots up and drops its leash into Seth's hand before wrangling the other one.
Wait, is it the one where it's like the one dog runs away, the other goes after, walks over, grabs the leash of the runaway dog, comes over, gives that leash first, and then
Correct.
gives us home?
Yes.
I love that video, yes.
That's so good.
Mhm.
Oh.
All right. Unless
Yes,
you
shall we
have
switch
anything
over?
else, yeah, we're gonna switch
No.
to the others.
Yeah. Not for the immediate moment. No.
Okay. Turn back the clock about half an hour. Your compatriots have gone inside the bookstore to scout around. What are ultrasound and Barley doing?
Okay.
Roll back the clock. I didn't say rock. Did I?
Roll back the
No, you
rock.
said clock,
Can't
but
stop
Okay.
Yeah. That's the thing. Roll back the rock to the donut. I'm not gonna. Okay, we're on time. Let's
Oh
go.
my god.
I'll see you later.
Ultrasound is scouting overhead. He is specifically looking for that big ass scarf, which looks like good garrote material, although he won't say that out loud.
Cassius also has some things, but I'll let RJ go first.
That was pretty much it. He's looking for
Alright,
that big
cool.
ass scarf or anything
Cool.
resembling it.
I've got a series of questions that Cassius would be looking into. What are the technology levels of this area? Because in Einquell it varies greatly from
Mhm.
town to town.
That's true.
Let's see. Before I get to that, can I get another perception from ultrasound?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me just a moment.
Yes.
Careful.
Mm.
Yes, bitch.
'Cause you're doing a good scouting job.
Okay, do you have guidance? Is that a spell that you have, motherfucker? No, it is not. That's cock. That's not as good, but still pretty damn good. Where's the was I? Buzz. 26.
Ooh,
Mm,
26!
26.
Oh well. Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay,
having that
then.
raven is real fucking handy.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Good heavens.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do with this. So for most of that half hour, you don't see anything of interest. You catch a scarf here and there, but it's not the right one. So I'll go to Cassius and then I'll come back to you.
Your
Mhm.
beans.
Okay. Because for Cassius' question, asking the technology level of this area
Right.
is basically he's trying to gauge if it's unusual or not for a payphone to be in the area.
No. There are payphones here.
Darn.
There are cars. There's still like, some scattered carts, but like this is one of the slightly more modern, like your average clunky electronics are not out of place. You've got the average person knows how to use a landline, telephone. There's cars such and such.
There goes that idea. Right. I think he's basically just kind of like lurk in the shadows because he's nervous about the sun.
Yeah, it's coming on noon
Mhm.
now.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's it's day. He should have thought about this. He didn't think
Is
about
this
this. It's
is
fine.
this the kind of place that at noon there's just no shadows because the sun's directly overhead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like one
Exactly.
big video game looking
Mhm.
ass.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So Cassius is gonna have most of his observing around be done through Luna, the little raven.
Mm.
I think for the instructions he's basically gonna give Luna is tell Luna to go around and inspect any payphones to see if there's any any of them that are unusual, I suppose. He's fixating on if we can find the payphone, we'll know that he's here.
True, real.
At least potentially, because he can use the teleportation circles, but if the payphone is here, that would be a good thing to know.
Oh, absolutely. Go ahead and give me a perception then.
Yay, perception!
See if you
Come on,
can
Luna. Come on, Luna.
Let's
Come
go.
on.
find all the
Come on,
phone
Luna.
boxes.
Come on, Luna. 15!
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, 15, pretty good. Okay. Luna is pretty sure that she's been able to catch glimpses of most of the telephone boxes in the area. You know, they're spaced out.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them are gray. Um, there are a couple red ones, like maybe 3, but they're uh, one of them is being used by like just a normal rubber hose tune, so it's probably not that one.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2, uh, they're also, they look completely mundane. You can see completely through them because they've got glass on, you know, both sides. It's got like you know, a yellow page phone book inside with you know, your slightly worn telephone and numbers pad. It looks, they look normal.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Uh,
You don't get any vibes from them.
cool. Cool. That at least is enough information to be 50-50 when Luna gets back to Cassius.
Mm-hmm.
I think in that case, Cassius, this time we'll pull out the maps that they've got of the town.
Mm-hmm.
And he's this time he's going to like situate himself in a spot that's a little bit out of the way, and so that he doesn't get like bumped into.
Yeah.
He's going to look through Luna's eyes to find the locations and mark them on the map.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're able to do
Nice.
that.
Hell yeah,
Mhm.
gamer.
Because Luna knows where to go, so he's relying on Luna with having found these to go to their locations, and so that he can basically get a rough estimate on where to find them on the map that he has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say you have that.
Heck yeah!
Nice.
Very well done.
I like being clever.
Hell yeah.
This probably takes a while. Well, she is a raven right now, so not too long. You've probably got about 15 minutes before we catch back up with ultrasound. Is there anything else Cassius would like to do in that time?
I have to think. He kind of wants to ask around, like, hey, has anybody seen this guy? But at the same time, if he asks that of, like, so many people, there eventually word's going to get around to the guy they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yep.
I think, this is potentially a place that their target, the professor, frequents. So maybe something about him ended up in the papers. Cassie's is basically doing info gathering in very like subtle ways. So wherever they stop on this little side adventure, Cassius is basically going to go to find newspapers, and see if there are like any photographs. Because if he gets like a better mental visual of this guy, then he can potentially cast locate creature.
All
Mm.
right. You find the latest newspaper, and there doesn't seem to be anything in there that's relevant. If you want to roll investigation, you can see if what other information you might be able to gather.
Yes, that would be delightful. I would love to do this. Yes. 25.
Oh my.
Cassius is
Oh
thorough.
wow.
Very good. Okay. Let's see. To open this. So you end up popping into it might be like a cafe or something, or a salon, where there is a stack of older newspapers.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, just you said older newspapers. Like, are we gonna see the one where he scales a clock tower elsewhere?
No, that's not local to here.
I knew.
Expensive.
Alas.
Oh, darn, that would have
Yeah.
been funny.
Also way too old. That's literally 30 years old.
Surely this guy hasn't been around here that long. Anyway.
But yeah, let me see. Not that, not that, not that, not that. Oh, okay. Um, which one of these? You, you see two, you find two stories, that just, they don't have any names in them, but both of them mention there being at least one real kind in the group, and they're both kind of hero type activities. One of them, there was a at the local fairgrounds, the main attraction for this place. There was, for a short time, a rash of unnatural, sort of contagious smiles and people being overly happy. And it was eventually found out to be a geas that was being cast on various people to be happy, basically.
That's, oh my gosh, okay.
Ugh.
But it was, it just sort of says vaguely that the cause was found by a helpful party and the police, and
And the police, of course.
And it was resolved. People were taken to, hospital to recover and be, have the geas dispelled and stuff. And then there's another. It's a few months to a year later. I don't remember how long exactly, but the Smiles case was a good couple years ago. This other one is more of a shorter section. It makes reference to the Smiles case, saying like, oh, it was some of the same people that helped with that. Helped recover a kidnapped kid.
Oh.
And there's not a lot of details in there. Mostly to, keep safe the identities of the people involved. But the perpetrators were apprehended and sent to the local jail.
Okay.
So that's what you're able to find.
Okay. Cassius is just getting confirmation that, yeah, this guy keeps on the down low, despite being a character that is so recognizable. What? He's good at this.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's mostly like an investigative instinct that you're pretty sure these are about this guy. But, yeah.
The vibes are right.
Yeah. All right. So, while let's see, Cassius and Seth and Speaka are coming out of the bookstore.
Mhm.
The dogs are back. Cassius, you're probably like on the same block as the bookstore. At least you can see them coming out.
Like the mental image of like Cassie's having found these newspapers and then propped himself out on a cafe on the same street. And he's now sitting outside doing some light reading while sipping a cup of heavily dyed red coffee.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. And ultrasound, just as you're kind of finishing up your sweep, because you've gone up and down a good while now, and you haven't seen this guy. You suddenly do. You see a figure in the distance with the correct colors from the... It's a little too far to make out exact features, but the colors and placement of colors absolutely matches the illustration you have. And he's tall enough. But it's like on the far side of town, as at approximately noon, you see this figure essentially walking into the teleportation station and departing.
Dang it!
Can he get
Hmm.
close enough to at least tell where he went?
You can fly to the teleportation station, yes.
Cool. Like, can he get close enough to tell which
Oh,
circle he went to? Is the question.
Well, let me see. Yeah, you would have probably had a read on like the position, so you wouldn't have been able to see the sign from where you are. But once you get there, because you're really focused on like it was this one, it was right here.
Mm.
You can see that it is the teleportation circle for Toontown.
Cool.
Gosh dang it, we were just there!
Shoot! We're so close.
He is going to fucking backflip back into the sky and jet over back to the bookstore, and the moment he finds any of them, drops down, displays that little snippet recording of video of their
Okay.
mark walking
Got
into
it.
the teleportation station and then where he went, roughly.
Sorry, just as the person or as the bird?
As the bird's visor is only very thin, he has to do this as the person. So, like, the
Okay.
bird comes down into a nearby alley,
Mhm.
and then there's just a wing sticking out, very thin fingers curling in to beckon someone close.
Mhm.
This is a normal thing to follow.
That is a
Yeah.
normal thing to follow.
Like even
Yeah.
if Sarul hesitates enough just to roll his eyes, Hart is basically gonna slide one of her arms into his, like kind of lick arm things, and just merrily goes after the bird like, whee! You're getting pulled along.
Yeah, there is hesitation enough to like look down at the dogs with a "Are you seeing this shit?" thing. And then he is pulled along, probably stumbling the first steps.
Mhm. Mhm.
He's on land. He's not dangerous on land. Yes, he gets pulled along into the alley.
Mhm.
And you can all see it
Mm-hmm.
on the screen that makes up this robot's face.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's a little fuzzy because it's kind of zoomed in, but
Mhm.
it's definitely a person with definitely the colors in the right places, and
Person, it's
That's
a
their
video,
target.
it's a photograph. It's
Mhm.
blurry, but it's better than a picture of an illustration.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I keep
Let's-
my mark in this photograph.
Okay, so Hartley's a little closer to Cyril, and it's just like, okay, so either that's who we're after or it's Bigfoot. The funny thing is, there's an equal chance for both. Do you think we should consult the cat on this matter? Would you like to go back and talk to the cat?
Ultrasound is just gonna go back to the bird and start newing over to the teleportation station. He has no
Yeah.
time for this fuckery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Seth is following.
Okay.
Walk and talk. Cassius is
Yep.
motioning for them to follow.
Yeah, he
Alright.
is.
Yep, she's coming. She's joining
Yeah.
along.
There's a
Any
definite.
additional information from you two?
Seth shakes his.
Not really, other than that he's been here before a few times, and considering he seems to treat cats as people, likely converses with them as I do, and is probably for the best that I didn't let the cat know that we were looking for him.
There is such an eye roll.
Cassius is just like kind of absently nodding as he like again reaches for like the things that he's gathered. He basically holds up the newspapers. He's certainly been here before. I've seen a few news stories which might allude to him and a couple of past involvement with him and a group of others. I also did a little bit of reconnaissance. I have gathered the locations of 2 of the telephone booths that are here in town. Potentially one of them could be the one that he utilizes for transportation. I'm not sure. But it might be wise to have something there to keep an eye on things.
Very good. So, if they're here though, should we really be just hurrying towards a transportation circle to just dive in after him in case he might be waiting on the other side?
Payphones are safe spaces for
As
him.
long as you're on the same plane of existence, baby. There is a short whistle. And Zerul has the better behaved hound sit up, turns at Lily, and
You said there's 2, yes? Where's the location?
Yes.
Locations.
And Cassius holds up the map that he made.
it is locations noted, and he wave of his hand has the 2 hounds, their leashes vanishing, go off to hang out. If not, they're not hanging out so much as it's going there and making sure that the googly eyes will be able to see each location. Be essentially finding a spot to drop the googly eyes and eye on. But
Ooh, I like
Yes.
that. Drop off the googly eyes and have fun.
Yep.
Yes.
surveillance noted.
Surveillance.
Absolutely.
Surveillance.
Yeah.
If you look through those, because they are in 2 separate places, if you look through both of them if you try to look through both at the same time, I will probably have you roll a con save. Just fair warning.
Yeah, because you're basically gonna get 2 different visuals at the same time, and that's
Yeah.
gonna
Not
suck.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun.
It's like
Yeah,
putting
you are
on
not a
half a
robot.
VR headset.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah,
not a
it's just like,
robot
whoa.
who can adapt to that. You are not ultrasound.
We are not ultras.
Sorry, we're not on your level. But it is also explained what he's having them do. So he knows Cassius is attuned. It is explained. Don't just be ready for that. Have one eye closed or something.
Nice.
An eye kind of like twitches on Cassius, but he just sighs. Regardless, it is a good idea to have them posted there, so we at least have that in our favor. That is assuming that those even are what we're looking for.
All right. Does anybody have anything before we wrap with you guys basically arriving at the teleportation station behind ultrasound?
Just in case, because we're getting ready, I'm making note that Zeph is casting mage armor.
Okay.
Yeah, fair.
You know what? Cassius is also gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
Cassius is
Also
also gonna
fair.
cast mage armor.
Okay.
Mika actually isn't going to yet because it's like they don't know what they're going into, and she doesn't want to be obvious and just be going around with mage armor on for potentially no reason and draw attention to herself.
Imagine
The
needing
last 8
mage armor.
hours.
Couldn't be me.
Man.
Listen, I'm a wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Handshake.
My health and constitution consists of two twigs and a stick of glue.
Yeah. They absolutely need it.
My con is okay, but my AC? No.
Yeah,
No.
handshake, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
Icon is not okay. My AC could be better, but it is better
Yeah.
with mage armor, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Look, it's probably better
Mage
than a
armor, I
10.
don't have to
Absolutely.
worry about the armor. It's just on me now.
L
Yeah.
plus ratio plus integrated protection plus 16 con.
Yo.
Man.
Well, damn.
Imagine
Okay.
having less
Be
con than
martial
one of the wizards.
classes. We
Okay.
can't all be martial classes.
No, indeed
I'm
we
a
can't.
fucking warlock!
We
My
can't all
guy!
be warlocks.
All right. So you
Rein it
guys are booking it towards the
Yes.
place, towards the teleportation circle. You are so close to
Mm-hmm.
your prey.
Mm-hmm.
And next session, luck's willing, you'll see him.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
So we are going to end this session here. Thank you so much, guys. That was really fun. You guys have
Hell
been
yeah.
awesome. Thank you, RJ, for sticking it out this late.
Thank you, RJ.
And thank you, audience, present and future, for listening. We will wish you a good time zone. Goodbye.
Yay!
Goodbye.
Bye.